visual open mic experience with the with the auditory, right? Us listening to each other and everything, experiencing each other's work, that us connecting visually by having a visual theme of our clothes and stuff would be even more like, at least in this time, like more of a spectacular type of open mic, offering a few different ways to stimulate you. Anyway, so that is the idea. So I'm happy you're here. And that's why I get so excited about the themes and stuff. Also, I can't throw parties. I love throwing parties. I love hosting. I love having literary parties about town. You know what I mean? So, like, the fact that we're all made it to this theme party and, rocking our palabras, our art, is really special. All right. Okay, so now we're going on YouTube. So now I'm gonna start officially. All right. Hi, hello, hello. This is the December 2020 theme open mic, and I'm Jessica with the Los Angeles Poet Society, and welcoming everybody here. And I cannot wait to see what we have in store for each other. And again, so our theme tonight is velvet and food, and they can go in either order. I usually recommend wear velvet attire, have velvet attire. But if you want to have a food outfit, I'm down with that. If you want to wear, I don't know, put some mushrooms on your head, or or like us, or have some apples and you're holding them, I don't know, then I'll accept that as well. But anyway, yeah, so this is the food and velvet. And to get us all on theme and have some experience sharing similar themed art, we're going to have a little writing activity. So who better to start the night? Well, actually, for tonight anyway, I'm really excited to start the night with some amazing, wild beat poets. I'm a third generation beatnik, so I got to bring out my beat poets. So the last time we met, we were talking about Howl, and we had a Howl. We read the book Howl from Allen Ginsberg. Well, tonight I brought Allen Ginsberg's book Reality Sandwiches, on theme with tonight's open mic, food. And we also have Frank O'Hara's lunch poems. Frank O'Hara, you gotta love Frank O'Hara. He was a modernist from New York. He's talking to you like he's your best friend, man. Just, hey, you know what I heard, Daddy-O? The other day, the lady died. He talks in jazz. He talks in his, very conversational, modernist, artistic times. So Frank O'Hara's lunch poems and Allen Ginsberg's Reality Sandwiches, and both of these were published by City Lights Books, which was founded by beat poet Lawrence Ferlinghetti. They're all connected. They all started at the same time and supported each other through their art, just like us. See, we're the modern day. We're the modern day beats. We're the third generation, man. Anyway, so here we go. So first thing I want to ask everyone. So look at these two titles here: Reality Sandwiches, Lunch Poems. What would you call your book of pocket poetry if you had to name it something having to do with food? You can put your answer in the chat. I'm going to add the answer on our whiteboard right here. Oh boy. Oh, I don't want to hear myself. That was the YouTube there. Oh, that was weird. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Okay, I know what to do. I just mute that, and then I don't have to hear me. Yay. Okay. Sorry, that was weird. Okay, so where's my whiteboard? Here it is. So remember, put it in the chat. So if you were to name your collection of poems, your book of poems, and it had to be food themed, what would that book be called? And I'll share here on our screen. All right. Okay, so I just plugged in the question. What are some of our answers? So Allen Ginsberg came up with reality sandwiches. And Mr. Frank O'Hara came up with lunch poems. What do you say? Let's see. Ah, Sandy says agua de sandia. Ooh, wow, I like that. That has a double meaning there. Clever. I love it, Sandy. Agua de sandia. Just watermelon water, you know, watermelon. That's awesome. Very velvety. Oh man, let's see. Agua de sandia. So I can always put on reality sandwiches. That was Ginsberg's book. Hopefully I spelled that. Yeah, I knew it. I felt it that I did not spell that right. Sandwiches, of course. Reality sandwiches. There we go. Reality sandwiches. Let's see, by Allen Ginsberg. Cool. Let's see. And then let's grab one of ours here. One of our modern beat poets, our modern narrative poets. Whoa, bleeding tongue, eh? Eee. All right. Bleeding tongue. That's by Juan Cardenas. Wait, no, that's not fair. I can't put that. Okay, I'll just put bleed. Let's see. And then, whoa, Michelle, she's on a roll. Split pea soup. Oh, I like that. Split pea soup. Ooh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ah, James. Fruits of desire. Sensual fruit haiku. I love that. Sensual fruit haikus. Starting with all the passion fruits. Honestly, I love seeing the passion fruits. I think it's because I love bright colors, and one of my computers, the wallpaper is just of passion fruits, like so nerdy. And also the names of them, because some of them you don't see them much. So I'm like, well, what is this called? You know. So now I know more about the passion fruits, but they really make me happy to see them. Yay! Let's see. Dinner's delight, deviled eaten eggs. What? Fruits of the spirit. These are great titles. Woo! Fruits of the spirit. Let's see. Deviled eaten eggs. Oh, here it is. Oh, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be smoother with this. I know there was someone that wrote The Messy Eater. What the? I like it. I like it. That's a trippy title, man. Far out. Fruits of the spirit. That was one. I think that's the one I was trying to type here. Fruits of the spirit. These are great. These are hey, we have our prompt here. The next part of this exercise is to pick one of these titles and write. Go with the flow. Pick the one you like and write about it. Real easy, huh? Oh, you didn't know. You supplied your own prompt. Woo! Yep. These are great. Couch potato. Hi, Angel. That's funny. Angel always cracks me up. I love it. Okay, couch potato. Couch potato. Devil eating eggs. Did I get it? Did I write that one in? That one is nice. Deviled eaten eggs. Yikes. It's like, what happened? What happened? Let's see. I think I got everybody. Oh, Diner's Delight. I didn't get Diner's Delight. Diner's Delight. Yeah. All right. Diner's Delight. How do you spell it? Perfect. Let's see. For me, what would I do? I would call my book. Dang, I like this one. Shit. Ooh. Sorry, Juan. Sorry you didn't think of this one. You like that? Yeah, dig it. All right. It sips from the holy water. Okay, so let's it's 6:28. Let's go on. I know some of y'all started. That's totally fine. Let's go till let's do 6:38. We'll just do 10 minutes from now, 6:38, and then we can check in and share with each other. And if you're watching us on YouTube, if you had a new book of poems coming out and the title had to be food themed, what would it be? What would you title it? So think about that. Reality Sandwiches is what Allen Ginsberg titled his book of poems. Frank O'Hara wrote a book called Lunch Poems. And those of us live on Zoom, we came up with Agua de Sandia, Bleeding Tongue, The Messy Eater, Sips from the Holy Water, Fruits of the Spirit, Split Pea Soup, Deviled Eaten Eggs, Fruits of Desire, Sensual Fruit Haikus, Couch Potato, Diner's Delight. So what would your book be called? Well, think about that title or think about one of ours and write about it. And you can join us virtually and write with us in community. All right, so we're going to check in with each other in 10 minutes. It's about, it's going on 6:30, so we'll just meet at 6:40 p.m. Pacific time, or we'll meet in 10 minutes at 6:40. Thank you. Oops. Thank you for catching us on the theme open mic. All right, happy Saturday. We're coming back in. I hope you had some good writing in there. You'll have a chance to share tonight. Again, this is a theme open mic. We're theming up in velvet and food. And we're about to share some poems from our food theme title prompt. So here's some prompts that everyone picked. All righty. So I am going to save it so I can bring it back up a little bit later. Oh, Scotty's here. Ah, darn, he missed it. Well, I can leave it up and then we'll get to share in a minute. But I want to first, whoopsie. Sorry. Is my camera's on now, right? Hi, Scotty. We just did a food theme title. We came up with a food theme title and we had some time to write. So if you want to think about it, if you had a new book of poems and had to title it a food theme, what would it be? And here's some examples and also just like what some of the folks in the open mic said. So we just got done writing. And actually what I want to do is share a poem or two from these books with you first. Just to warm the eyes and get the ball rolling. Also, hey, it gives some more folks some time to, write their poem or fix it up, or, you can spend a little more time with your poem if you want to. But otherwise, you could listen. And there we go. Let me show my screen. I was like, why isn't it showing me there? All right. Let me bring it on down. Hi, everyone. Sorry. Okay. Hi. Well, I feel like I got a halo, the poet halo here happening. Oh, wow. All right, cool. Hi. So I want to read a poem from Frank O'Hara's Lunch Poems. Oh, cool. Midnight's joining us. And just to break the ice. And remember, like I said, okay, the teacher in me is coming out. He was a beat poet. So Beat Generation was the 1950s. Forward-thinking counterculture fellows and fellas or ladies or gals or whatever, women and men. Anyway, and he was also very modernist, conversational guy about town. He's very popular and involved in the art scene and galleries and stuff. So he's very busy type of guy. And he's part of the LGBTQ community, so he's very busy. Anyway, so hey, greetings if you're joining us on the screen. If you were to have a book and the next book had to be titled a food poem, or no, I'm sorry, a food theme, what would you choose? I'm about to read a poem from Frank O'Hara, Lunch Poems. And so what you're seeing here on the screen are poems from different people in the open mic that came up with the title, and we all wrote about one of these. So we just got started in the whole sharing. All right. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so Lunch Poems. This is a poem called Steps. How funny you are today, New York, like Ginger Rogers and Swing Time and St. Bridget's steeple leaning a little to the left. Here I have just jumped out of a bed full of B-days. I got tired of D-days, and blue you there still accepts me foolish and free. All I want is a room up there, and you in it, and even the traffic halt so thick is a way for people to rub up against each other, and when their surgical appliances lock, they stay together for the rest of the day. What a day. I go by to check a slide, and I say that painting's not so blue. Where's Lana Turner? She's out eating, and Garbo's backstage at the Met. Everyone's taking their coat off so they can show a rib cage to the rib watchers. The park's full of dancers and their tights and shoes and little handbags, who are often mistaken for worker outers at the West Side Y. Why not the Pittsburgh Pirates shout because they won? And in a sense, we're all winning. We're alive. The apartment was vacated by a gay couple who moved to the country for fun. They moved a day too soon. Even the stabbings are helping the population explosion. Though in the wrong country, and all those liars have left the UN. The secret building's no longer rivaled in interest. Not that we need liquor, just we just like it. And the little box is out on the sidewalk next to the delicatessen, so the old man can sit on it and drink beer and get knocked off it by his wife later in the day while the sun is still shining. Oh God, it's wonderful to get out of bed and drink too much coffee and smoke too many cigarettes. And I love you so much. 1961, Frank O'Hara. Awesome. Poem called Steps. Yeah, I loved it. To really start to hear them as it got on. And lots of food in there, right? Well, drinks. We got beer with coffee. There was something else he had mentioned. What else did he say? Beer, coffee. Cigarettes don't count as food. For anybody, no one had said that. I'm just thinking, they don't count as food. They might suppress the food, but let's see. What else did I see in there? Well, rib cage, depending how you look at it, could be food. Talks about the delicatessen. Yay! So yeah, oh yeah, the beer, the liquor. So a lot of the naughty things. Coffee, cigarettes, beer, liquor, all the stimulants in the 50s. So that's a poem from Frank O'Hara, and then I'll share one from Ginsberg. And then I want to hear from you or whoever was comfortable sharing. You don't have to. If you don't want to, it's all good. And if you want to join the open mic and you want to share something, type food in the chat. So I know that you want to share, outside of the writing exercise. Okay. So let's see here. Of course, let me see. So this is reality sandwiches. And just kind of like snippets of reality to take a bite of it here. Want to see if there's a food one particular. Well, here, let's just read this one. It does mention something about coffee. Of course, writers and coffee. How did that happen? Ready to roll. To Mexico, down the Dove Gray Highway, past Atomic City Police, past the fiery border to dream cantinas. Standing on the sunny metropolitan plateau, stranger prints on the street, dollars in my pocket, alone, free, genitals and thighs and buttocks under skin and leather. Music, taxis, marijuana in the slums. Ancient, sexy parks, continental boulevards in America, modern downtown for $1, dungarees and Le Ambassadeur. And here's a hard brown cock for $0.25. Drunkenness and the long night walks down brown streets, eyes, windows, buses, interior charnels behind the cathedral, lost squares and hungry tacos, a calf's head cooked and picked apart for meat, and the blackened inner roofs and tents of the thieves' market. Street crisscrossed on street, a naked hipster labyrinth, stealing, pausing, loitering, noticing drums, purchasing nothing but a broken aluminum coffee pot with the doll's arm sticking up out of the mouth. Ha ha! What do I want? Change of solitude, specter of drunkenness and paranoid taxicabs, fear and gaiety of unknown lovers, coming around the empty street corner, dark-eyed and watching me make it there alone under the new, hip moon. San Francisco, October 1956. Allen Ginsberg, man. Ready to roll. Wow, I love that poem. That poem was fantastic. All right, so in that poem, we get food, we get cantinas, we get liquor stores. What else? We get the calf head, and people, meat is meat. If you're hungry, you'll eat anything. And I like beef anyway, so I probably wouldn't mind. And what else do we have here? Well, there's cock. It's a rooster, right? And what else here? Tacos, my favorite. How could I forget tacos? Oh my gosh. So lots of food imagery. We're just listing it, but also being, writing a scene, of a particular place, the cantina, the taco stand. Very worthy. A taco man is always worthy of a poem, I say. Thank you, Allen Ginsberg. All right, so let's hear from someone that wrote something tonight. And I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because I feel like if you wanted to write by now, you probably would have seen it and gave it a shot. So yeah, I'll save this and I can post this up later if anybody wants to see it again. Yeah, cool. I can see you all again. Hi, everybody. How are you? Welcome, welcome to the Theme Open Mic. Happy to see you all. Happy hands. All right. So who would like to start? Anyone want to read what they wrote? Anyone comfortable doing that? Or?
I can start.
All right, one got than us. Let's hear it. Let's see snaps.
It's short. It's short, so I called it drive-through sanity. So I'll take number 3, extra sanity in the side of patience. Navigating through the corners of my mind to piece together peace takes time. Abide as I propel myself through the hours, shoving minutes out the way, scrolling through in line, scrolling down lies, crawling in a reality of fear. This paranoia has me covered in metal, shiny numb. Yeah. Oh, you're mute, Jessica.
No, I was saying that was really good. That wasn't short at all. I think maybe you're used to a scroll. You like to write a scroll, but you write really well, and it's not a flyby poem. It's really good. It's a good poem. Thank you for starting us off. Some love for Juan. Any comments to Juan? Anybody? All right. Anybody want to go next? Sandy. All right. Let's hear it for Sandy Shakes.
Can you hear me? Okay. Trying this thing out. So I'm trying to test the volume right now. Okay. Here we go. Flowing across your tongue and giving you every drop of my essence. I'll bathe your cells if you let me. Submerge your anxieties until they are out of your mind's list of alarms. My water will make you press snooze until you have inhaled every perfume thread on my silk robe. You say you want to swim with me, so let's pretend we are both trapped in our warm pools of lovemaking. Don't worry about the sheets. They know not to repeat our recipe.
Yeah, that was great. That was super velvety as well.
Thank you.
Very inspired by the agua de sandia and the velvets.
Yeah.
Big snaps. Sorry, I keep going back to muting. Big snaps for Sandy. That was hot too, sis. Good job. And you're wearing velvet too, huh? Yeah, you got the memo. We got the velvet. Don't we feel good right now? Don't we feel good?
I'm like touching myself.
I know, it's a sensory, stimulation. We're hearing something good and hot. We're feeling the good, Hi. Let me see the velvets. Any more velvets in the room? On theme. All right. That was great. Who else would like to share? I have a piece as well, so I'm willing to share. But I want to see if anybody else would. Oh, shall I go next? I suppose. So I went with or Michelle, you want to go next? Or am I going? I guess I'll go next, and then Michelle, we can't. You're unmuted, but I don't hear you. You're unmuted, like through the software, but we can't hear.
Now?
There we go. Yeah, I can hear you. Did you want to share your poem?
Yeah, I have my earphones on. Maybe that's why.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can hear you clearly now.
Okay, that was strange. Okay. Well, you want to go first now, and I'll go after you?
Okay, that sounds good. I have
Thank
mine
you.
here. No problem.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm happy to see you.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you. So our next, so I wrote this one. So I went with the sips from the holy water. As I bow my head, I can't help but to feel vulnerable, to let anyone feed me like that. Stick bread in my mouth that feels sticky and pulls on my tongue. The casuality of my peers as they'd receive it. Did they even care or feel sorry or know that what they were a part of was a 2,000-year-old cult? I'm worried it didn't matter. I'm always worried. Why am I worried? Catholic guilt. And that's it. Maybe I think I opened the door a little bit. I can I can continue a saga. But I tried to be on theme of my book title there. So thank you so much. Anybody? Okay. Oh, Michelle, you're next. Let's hear from Michelle.
I'm trying to do two things at once here. Just a moment. Let me see something here. Okay, you had mentioned about a theme earlier about themes and food. So what I'm going to read to you is what was one of the prompts that was today, called Velvety, and it has a bit of both food as well as velvet. And it goes like this. But then, before I do that, may I ask you a question? You still want us to read about the prompts for the titles earlier? We did earlier. Are we going to read that about? Are we going to read that too?
Right now, I was hoping people would read just from the prompts, and then we'll start with the other work that you brought to read. But I'm happy to hear this because it's a food, and we're it's cool, and I'll go around, and so people can read everything else. So if you're feeling moved to share that one right now.
Okay. Well, this one's called Velvety, and it's like this: voluptuous, enticing lusciousness, visioning, embraceable thoughts, yearning, the touch, the feel of love, soft as an easy chair. What is velvety to you or itself, if it were a person? Velvet is luxurious on the skin, adorned on the holidays, and it's a song by Bobby Vinton. She wore blue velvet, oh, and Weiss rhinestone jewelry explodes to the core into indelible. And dance with me is what he says. Velvety entices with a come hither look, devoured also in a three-layered cupcake, Kraft, Philadelphia cream cheese, two on the lips, delectable on the fingertips. Yay and yum, velvety baby, you are a son of a gun.
I love that. Delectable. Totally, you mixed both the themes in one. And sexy, and you got to sing Blue Velvet. I love it. That's perfect. Did a great job. I love that.
Michelle, what was the last line? Because you broke up at the very end for me.
The last line, it goes, velvety, you are a son of a gun. Yay and yum.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that was delicious. Even with the cream cheese, I love. Yum, that is good. Yeah, I dig it. Did you want to share one that you wrote from the title as well, or do you want? We can come back and I'll see if anybody else wants to share.
Whatever's better. Sure. Okay, this is called split pea soup. Ham and peas afloat on the surface, highly textured, liquefied, may look unappealing, but don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge the book of a cover. Don't judge the cover of a book. Of my split pea soup, rich in vitamin K, salty just a bit, a hearty appetizer delicious on my lips. An autumn night, cold and chill. Would you like a full cup or a bowl to keep you filled? Am I green behind the gills? No, not me. Not with this nutritious goop. This bowl has a flavor to savor with words. And never forget, you're there to enjoy my split pea soup. Thank you.
That was great. I love it. I love it. I love what you said about the green goop too, because it looks wise, like you said, the out, the looks, but it's so delicious. Oh my god, I'm so on that. A hearty appetizer indeed. Yeah. Yum. Good job. Good job. That was great. I really enjoyed listening to that. Sorry about that. Would anybody else like to share from the prompt that we just did with the book title, the food book title?
I'll share.
All right. All right, cool. Scotty. Let's welcome Scotty.
We didn't invent pasta. Food is my ancestry. Gathering is nourishment. Food is connection. We didn't invent pasta. Even alone, food is nourishment. Food is my history. Food is something I deprive myself when I'm struggling in mental health. We didn't invent pasta.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, it was the Chinese, I think, that invented pasta, right?
Yeah.
How dare you? It was the Italians. What are you talking about? No, I'm just joking. Yes, it was the Chinese. But Italians are so often the people that are, given credit for it,
Yeah.
Anyway.
Y'all
But yeah,
made it very popular.
I think the Chinese have made it pretty popular.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think you can buy Italian noodles.
Everyone
Nobody
loves
I know
noodles.
eats Italian noodles like they eat ramen. So, and that's definitely not Italian. So
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
I think people who are Asian made it just as popular. But yes, Italians had a part in it, but it definitely wasn't our idea.
Thank you, Scotty. Awesome. All right. Would anyone else like to share from the prompts? All right. I think I'm gonna unleash the beast. Do whatever. Let's share whatever you had planned tonight. The poet beasts. I mean that with love. Nothing yucky. I think it's good to be called a beast at your craft. That means that you don't want to mess with the beast. That means you're good at what you do. So, props to everybody here. Okay.
Can I share from the prompt?
Yeah, James. All right, let's hear it.
Okay. So I wrote two, but one isn't food related. And so I'll share the one that is, and it's not titled. Before COVID, it would have been unacceptable to lay in bed or on the couch and snack all day. The chip's salty flavor calls to you. The soda's fizzy, effervescent pop doesn't quench your thirst, but renews it. The pack of golden Oreos plant a forest of crumbs on your shirt. You think, I'll exercise, but only get up to go to the fridge and get more junk food. Mini cheesecake bites, Tino's pizza rolls. You wonder if roots will grow out of you since you've been sedentary so long. The idea of potatoes makes you think fries, and you open up your Uber Eats app and orders a large fry from Baker's and a couple burritos too. You scarf it down, then turn on the game and slowly fade into your food coma like the true couch potato you are.
That was a truth bomb. That was a truth bomb. We weren't ready. We weren't ready.
COVID's been it's made it hard. The fridge is right there. You're home all day. It's a struggle for everyone.
That was wonderful. And if you want to go ahead and continue on to the other poem, the rest of the poems that you wanted to share today, and then we'll just start. We'll do a round. But that was wonderful. Dang. Oh, someone's saying they gained some pounds. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Do Zumba with me. Come on, everyone, Zumba. That was at least one thing I've done this during this pandemic is like I decided at least I can control me. So I tried to change myself. In that sense, the physical sense. I was like, damn it, I'm going for this. But it is hard. Oh man, I was depressed that first month of it, especially because all of our events canceled, and it just took a while to transition to think we could do this online. But yeah. I think we're bringing each other up. We're helping each other through this time, through things like this. So I'm glad we're here. Yay! So I'll ask it. Did anybody want to share from the prompt right now with food books, otherwise, or with your food book titles? Anybody? Okay, cool. Yeah. So James, why don't you go ahead and continue your set, and then we'll do the round with other work. So also, folks, I definitely recommend sharing from the December poetry prompts. If you have some poems written from those as well, like we'd love to hear them. And so yeah, okay.
I think Phil wanted to share something from the prompt.
Phil, did you want to? Do you want to share something?
I didn't do the prompt, but I have something archived that would probably follow the prompt.
Okay, sure.
So it's not on the spot, so it's like cheating.
It's okay. We all went through it. We went through the.
You said we always cheat?
No, I said we already went through the list of books that were that had written from the prompt, so it's all good. It's great. We can just segue into our open mic segment, So, and Poets and Muses also has. So yeah, we're gonna still go through things that people have prepared for open mic. I was just seeing who wanted to share from the prompt we did together right now. And this is to everybody. Not just you, Phil, just to everybody in general. So if anybody's like worried they're not going to get to share open mic style, we're still going to do that too. So, but I'm totally down to hear your poem, Phil. If it's a food poem. That's our theme.
It's a food poem. My background is Brooklyn, New York, and Jamaica, West Indies. So it's a short food poem. You can give a man a fish and feed him for a day, or teach him to fish and feed him for a lifetime with instructions on how to prepare the best kind. The best kind, any Jamaican dish. So let me ask you a question. You ever eat a food like this? I'm talking about jack, red snapper, ackee and codfish, our national dish. The curry goat, oxtails, bami, breadfruit, and a dry piece of yellow yam. It's nice to see. As a child, I used to sing a little song at the kitchen table. Mosquito 1, mosquito 2, mosquito jump in a hot callaloo. Wash it down with some sorrel or ginger beer. Sometimes I just like to sit back and reminisce. Think about the things that I miss, and you would too, if you ever had a food like this.
That was wonderful. I love it. And you have it all memorized and perfect, the delivery and the accent, just so awesome. Everyone was like, yes, taking us down.
I mentioned sorrow, and Poet Muse commented on sorrow. Sorrow and Hennessy is very good. I will have some tonight. Trust. I think, and actually, I had some freshly made sorrow, but at a Spanish market here locally, they have hibiscus, which is sorrel as well, in a tea bag. So sometimes I go to the short route and do the sorrow tea bag, ginger, and Hennessy, of course.
Are you still in Queens?
No. I'm Brooklyn. But I live in Colorado. I'm Brooklyn.
He's like, no, not
Let's
there.
clear that up. I'm Brooklyn.
Wait, you're not in Brooklyn anymore, right? You're
No,
in
I live in Colorado.
Okay. Yeah, I grew up in Queens.
Okay,
Sorry.
I give you that.
I miss
It's New York. It's a New York thing. It's all good.
Yeah, Jamaican food. I have found a Jamaican place somewhere else in another state prior to moving from that state. And I was very sorry to have not found them earlier. I was only able to have one meal and it was so good.
I'll cook something for you in your honor tomorrow.
In my honor, send it to me. Uber eat it. Bring it to me.
I'll email you a picture.
Don't tease me like that.
Nice. Oh, that's sweet. Totally community bonding right now. I love it. Yeah. I love it that we bring in our cultures, we bring in every bit of ourselves into our writing. I think that's what makes it so unique, just dive in and don't hold back on anything. And then it's like, do you ever read something from someone, you're like, dang, I thought of that. Why didn't I write about that yet? It's like, just tell it all, every angle. Like, it's, you're the creative writer, so you can always make it interesting, put a little more elbow grease in there, but you could do it. We all could do it. So make sure you're telling your stories. All right, that was great. And I'm gonna check this out. I'm gonna be looking this up online now, because honestly, I didn't know about some of these combinations. That's exciting. Oh wow. Awesome. Okay. So let's see. So let's keep diving in to the open mic. Yeah, I'm unmuted. I had to put the laptop closer. It's a little easier to do the sound on, sound off. So again, big love to everyone. Velvet and food, show your velvet. Like Sandy and I got our velvet. Did anybody else wear velvety anything? Or food related anything? Juan and well, actually James is wearing maroon, I think. Juan said he was wearing a velvet colored like red.
I was wearing, but it got really hot, so I took it off. I hate sleeves, just can't stand sleeves. But I've been eating all this time too. I'm eating velvet.
Oh, so he's on theme eating, I guess. Is that what he's saying? I was like, I'm on theme eating and drinking things. Yeah, show your beverage, everyone.
I'm putting peanut butter on my apple.
This is coffee, but check it out.
And coffee.
Como chingas. It's dedicated to my children. I can't help it. They do como chingas. Okay. Don't be offended. All right. So we've had quite a month. We've had our December poetry challenge. We've had lots of folks participating in that, and really I'm stoked to see that. I want to show you something before we before bringing up the next poet or guest to the mic. I just want to share my screen again. So I just want to bring your attention to the lapoetsociety.org. That's our website, and that's where we have poetry pages where we can publish your work for free. We can share your books, like if you have pictures of your book or a CD or any creative art, anything that you've created, we can link to it there. We also can share your December poetry, what you've been writing. We've been publishing them here on our blog. So I just wanted to take a look together at our calendar. We've had quite a month. So if you have any poems you want to share from these prompts, this would be a great time. And it would be fun to hear, because some of us, we've been writing together, separate but together. And our last, today's prompt is wind. And James and I were talking earlier, talking about how windy it is today. And ironically, he's like, hey, that's today's prompt. But it is a super windy day. His power went out. My car got blown and the freeway like blown over a little bit. But yeah, it's a super windy day. And then yesterday our prompt was velvety. So in the hopes of folks joining the theme open mic, we had our velvety prompt, and Michelle did an awesome velvety poem that she shared. That was great. I love that. And then here's where we are. Here's the last 10. I'm behind. I have to admit, I'm sad that I'm behind. I was really on it, and I was writing with Juan. I'm like, let's get it in. And then we just got a little sleepy, and then we're like, well, I will wait. Now I'm behind. So my goal is to catch up, because honestly, these prompts are so appealing, like telepathy and letters unsent. Actually, I think I did letters unsent. I think that was the last one I did. And cold. Cold was the last one I did. But anyhow, here on our website is this prompt calendar. So if you haven't got started or you want to give it a shot, you can always download it here on our website. And so I wanted to show that. Also, we have our events calendar. You made it to the open mic, but we have even more events in store this month. So you can click here and you can see the PDF of it and download it as well. All right, I'm gonna go back to the mic. So let's go. Let's see. Does anybody want to? All right, Sandy, you're up, sister. I'm gonna have you start this next segment. So she's like, whatever order's fine. I'm sorry. I saw your name pop up. I'm like, Sandy's up. And you can share up to like three pieces.
I'll do one tonight. I want to hear everybody. Is the volume okay? Okay, I'm on a new mic, so it's a little crazy. Okay, here we go. My love arrived purposeful. He arrived about 15 years ago. We did not know then that we would both fall now. You see, he had many other loves, and some of those loves were not human at all. Some of those were vices and habits and ways that neighborhood men know how to survive when they feel no love at all. In fact, he knew that he had to divorce all the tricks of the trade, serve his time, eat some snacks, and perhaps learn some lessons at culinary school. He knew that he would have to trade a lifestyle rented and owned by a future hole in the ground, the last mistake called the grave. He did this all and arrived in my heart in 2020. Years of messages, breakfasts, funerals, and sweet songs in my DMs. He arrived clean and grown in a way that I had not experienced grown. A demeanor so calm that I should have known only another March kid could match my energy. I have seen him suppress his demons. And let me tell you, there is nothing sexier than when a man says, I wanted to do this and this and this, but I didn't. The power behind self-control and complete calmness was the opposite of the domestic rage I was used to previously. My love arrives for me in so many ways. He is my number one fan, and in his eyes, I draw pictures of the woman I strive to be. My love arrived ready for us. After 15 years, and he still waits and follows quarantine protocol. He said he waited lifetimes. What's another year in masks?
Sorry, I was like saying, yeah, that was so awesome. What's another year in mask? What? That was great.
Thank you.
That was awesome. That was Sandy Conejo. Woo, woo. Yeah, I love it. I love your poetry. Your voice is it's just so strong, and then you know where to just like to pause and then like accent, and like it makes you make your words pop and have effect, and you're doing a great job. I love it. I love hearing you read.
Thank you.
Good work. Yes, you're welcome. Right on. I say big love to Sandy, everyone. Yay. All right. Next up, I gotta stop muting myself. I'm trying to do, there's a shortcut to, if you're muted, if you press the space bar and hold it down, you can unmute yourself. But then, like for me, I'm also doing, I was gonna try to do captions and type, and I can't keep my hands on the space bar. I'm doing other stuff. So I guess that's why I'm missing the unmuting, and sorry, my timing is weird today, I guess, huh? Okay. So if you wanna share at the open mic, just type in the chat. Say, hey, I wanna share, or type in the word. Well, yeah, just say I want to share. I said type the word food, but I obviously didn't see that. So just say I want to share. So I have Imogen up and Juan. I know I want to share a piece. If anyone else wants to share, Angel, James, Phil, Michelle, if y'all want to share, just let me know in the chat. Okay, James is into, okay. Oh, and Scotty too. Yeah, just let me know. And I attached in the chat a picture of what I wrote on our whiteboard, so our collective book titles. So you can have that if you liked any of those as starting points for new poems or creative ideas. So yay, and thank you for everything, everyone. Those were some really great titles. Like I really was stuck on Agua de Sandia. I thought, because her name is Sandy, and Sandia, just like the wordplay, and then all with it. Yeah, she knows what I'm saying. Clever. Really good stuff. Okay. So we'll have Imogen, we'll have Juan, and then myself, and then James. And then if anybody else wants to share, let me know. We're here for you. Cool. So let's bring up Imogen, Poets and Muses.
Hi. Sorry. So sorry. I was late because I thought the other thing would finish in an hour, but I was completely wrong. So but glad to be able to join you. I have this poem that mentions food and drink. It's called Lineage. We make our pilgrimage from the 6 directions to conference for the feast, guided by celestial lights that mark our toiling, now yielding another year's harvest, that maize welcomes with his colorful toothy grin, blushing the shy tomatoes. The squashes hide in embarrassment, weighted down to earth, and beans curl their ends in ripe laughter. For all this mirth, thanks are given in the form of observation and care, according to Mother's decree, gathered through the years from the syllables flocks spell out with their beating wings to water that gives life in droplets, stringing into waving bands with whose azure and white foams nimble nymphs weave patterns in schools, mobilizing up and down the stream. She pointed to the herds calling out the knowledge in rhythmic sounds, counted by their stumping feet, and we listened and watched day and night that formed tales recounted by crackling fires, to inspire our own steps dancing, to accompany the celebration of annual feats. The printing macaw contributes its bright plumage to warm our eyes as chocolate is imbibed. With gifts brought from near and afar, we imitate to pay tribute to those sacrificed for our continuance, knowing that this home with careful tending will maintain lives thriving, as we learn from ancient pasts that a tilted scale will upset the balance, forcing journeys stretching thin, ties to common origins.
That was beautiful. I love it, and your reading voice is so beautiful. You can share up to 2 more pieces if you have more.
I have to find some other pieces, so I can let somebody else go, and I'll go in another round.
Okay, that sounds good. And yeah, we'll, if you can find them, and we can go another round, no problem. Okay, so I had swapped places with Juan Cardenas, but I'm over here. I'm Jessica, and there's Juan in the LA Poet Society HQ. So he's up next. Let's hear it for Juan Cardenas. Woo-hoo!
Hi, everyone. I'm Juan Cardenas, and I'm very happy to be here. Community, share with all of you. We just swapped places. Jessica and I. All right, so I just wanted to, I did this thing called 8 Haikus and the Blues, and I wanna play it or try it. It's just 8 haikus and the blues on flute. So. Blues and beat haikus, breathing my souls through the flute, bleeding ink to page. Sand instrument 575145, poetic syllables. Selling everything, somewhere else will buy again to sell it again. To the steel fence gap, screaming and crying from fear, reaching for my hand. U.S. hills so bright, black before our eyes, sunset marked our stride. Coyote spirit, when you dance in your fire, did you see me? Belonging story, unrequired approval of my existence. Yeah. All right, thank you. 8 haikus and the blues. Oh no. Okay, there Jessica's trying to do a presentation of a Christmas song. Anyways, thank you so much. I think I'll do another one later. Thanks, Jessica.
All right, let's hear it again from Juan Cardenas. Woo-hoo! He's a super talented person. I love hearing the way he collides music and art and poetry all in one. And just beautiful. It's like I can't get enough. So I'm like, keep going, keep playing something. Or yes, I was doing Winter Wonderland. That's what I was doing. Okay. He caught me. He's like, look over there. But that was amazing. Juan Cardenas, everybody. All right. So I wanted to take an opportunity to show you the LA Poet Society shirts. If you didn't have one, I still have some. And actually, I only have 2 extra larges left in black. So they're like going and they're flying away. But I have the white shirts and small to large, and also the black shirts. And like I said, I have two of the extra larges left if anyone's interested and wants to give them as presents. Also, I have lots of larges and mediums, a few mediums left in the black. But and I know Sandy, she rocks her LA Poet Society shirt. We have you on our Instagram for anybody, and we're trying to create a gallery. So if you have an LA Poet Society t-shirt already, take a selfie or have someone, yeah, go girl. Woo! I love it. It looks so good on you, Sandy. I love those pictures. But if you have the shirt already, take a picture, send it to us because we're building a gallery and it's on our Instagram right now. So LA Poets is what it is, and Sandy's in the front looking all gorgeous in her LA Poet Society shirt. I love it. It's such a great picture. And Juan's picture's there. So I know some of you other folks might have one. So, and if you don't, that's a great way to support us during our campaign right now. We're trying to raise $25,000 for next year's just operations because, well, we've never had that before, frankly. And I think we deserve it. We have 75 events on average, free a year to people for 11 years. And, we do it because we love it. And yeah, it's soul food, man. It's soul work. But it's just being with people that you enjoy. Like, this is creative community. So anyway, they're $15 and we take Venmo, we take PayPal, Zelle. I'm trying to get a Cash App set up for us, but right now that's what we have. So even old school, some folks are old school. I've accepted a few checks in the mail and it's all good. So $15. Give it as a gift or buy one and rock it and send it to us so we can share it on our gallery. And yeah, totally. Like, we don't even charge you shipping. We just ship it to you. $15 flat. It's a deal. It's a deal. And Scotty, that's awesome. You're funny. I love Scotty. So let me get back to our gallery view. I have Juan's pin there. Sorry, I was just showing the logo in black, like the LA Poet Society logo. Anyway, what else did I want to mention? Yes, this is really exciting to hear all these food themed poems and sexy, erotic. We think velvet. We thought of bed. We thought of eating something off people's fingertips, like sexy stuff, man. Woo! Who thinks of these themes? Gee, what happened? Oh, wow, this is fun. So we have some more themes planned for next year, and also we take suggestions. So if there is a theme you'd like to see come to fruition, let us know about it. We're down. I think it's fun, and it's a particular type of experience, an open mic experience, and it's fun. It is fun. All right, so I'm up next. My name's Jessica M. Wilson, and I'm a poet. I also go by Jessica Wilson Cardenas, and I'm also a teacher. I teach poetry. I also teach the kids in grade school, so I'm there with the people. I love people. And anyway, I've been writing with the prompts, the December Poetry Challenge, and I have a few that I want to read to y'all. And I'm going to start with day number 1 from the challenge, which was my wishing flower. So here we go. I'll get a little closer. Okay. And this is my cool little writing journal that I got for my birthday this year. Thanks, Allison. I gotta love your friends, people that take care of you emotionally and all right, so here we go. Day 1. My wishing flower looks like my son's golden hair, mane gnarled, curled, spread out to full length. A wild little being, coming forward with such grandeur and gratitude, a beast among the weeds, dazzling glow in the sunset. His eyes send me dreams from the primitive times of human nature, loud, deliberate, raw, curious, always moving, always sticky in the twilight. Sitting high with a bone in mouth, chewing on each protein, nutritious air moistening the flesh, and a yawn and a stretch towards the next tasty thing, the joy of the mouth, to witness all flavors, a combustion of the senses, a pleasure to be around, to be living in the same sequence of happenstance that bring these arms to wrap around your belly, a halo of protective aura to womb you in, seal your skin into the belly of mine, and open our eyes to see each other, to see the stars inside each other. Wow, that was for baby soul. My wishing flower, my flower child, and wild boy with his pouting lips, big pouty lips. You are precious when you speak to the plants. Love, mama. I totally like kind of messed up the ending. When you read from your journals, that's like I love like having it printed. But hey, this is raw. I'm real with y'all. So there, yeah. So my baby boy, I was picturing him blowing the wishing flowers, and he's 2, so he like his blowing things like he brings it all the way to his mouth, like with spit and everything. Like, oh god, this is recorded. But yes, that's how he blows those flowers. So I just can't not think of him when I think of those flowers, you know, the daffodils. And then let's see. I've actually been writing a lot thanks to these challenges, which is really exciting because months ago I was blowing up because I didn't get a chance to create or write anything. So luckily I can now. This is nice. So I've been writing, thinking about 2020. And actually, this is a great time to tell you, hey, we're launching a new writing workshop series next week called Letters to 2020. And it's entirely free. And it's a series of 3 workshops and 1 super reading with everybody who participated. And it is designed to release your traumas, your joys, your anger, how you feel. Say bye-bye 2020. So love letters to 2020. So I invite you to join me. And we're making a chat book of everyone's work that was a part of it. So, there's your invitation, and we'll have a flyer out soon, and we'll be meeting on Zoom as well. But
You have the dates yet?
yeah, it's on the poetry calendar. If you go to lapoetsociety.org, there's a calendar that you can download. It's right below the poetry prompt. There's a link for the events calendar, and it has the dates. And so it starts next Wednesday. I think it's at 6 p.m. I think, or 7. But yeah, check that calendar. It does have everything on there. And our reading party is, dig this, it's a New Year's Eve reading party. I'm like, where are we going? Like, at least that's my life. I don't get to go anywhere. So I'm having a party. We're having a reading party. You're all getting published in that chat book. You're getting it virtually, and we hope to print it and we can mail you a copy. So hey, that's New Year's Eve. Y'all have plans. Say, I got plans. I'm booked. I got a feature. But yeah, it'll have that. The feature reading is New Year's Eve. But anyway, I want to share a reflection with you. I've been working with a lot of high school students during quarantine, and I'm always telling them I'm there for them to express themselves, to share just whatever's on their mind. And since I'm a teacher, I can ask them to do it, and I'll give them points to do it. So I get to hear back from these kids. So I got to reflecting as well. And it's along the lines of the love letters for 2020. It's not a poem, but it's my reflection on this year coming to an end. And yes, here we go. Coming to a close, my reflections on the end of the year. Okay. I feel like I'm living a dream. One that gives me a fantasy job that lets me stay in my pajamas and work from home. One that helps me reach out to young minds and set them free. One that continues to let me be of service. One that urges me to reinvent myself and the memories I hold. That is the problem, though. At the end of this year, I don't choose to medicate myself with materials. I want to find a reason so strong to reinvent myself out of this tragedy that has killed so many, out of the ashes of my brothers and sisters. I want to find motivation to keep pushing forward, building up instead of destroying. The conclusion of this year has already destroyed so much. Our spirits, our lives, our forests, our trust in each other, our trust in the system we live in, our trust in the leadership and those sworn to protect us. We've been led to lies and sickness, lies and division of humankind. We've been led indecently. But as I write this, I am grateful for how much I have survived, for all that we've suffered in 2020, our look away mentality, or I'm glad it's not me, glad it's not us attitude, and how much damage that has caused us. Blatant American ego and its ignorance kept us apart, caused many deaths, and will continue to impact us unless there is a true unity coming together to care for each other's lives. True unity must be born and made present. Only then will the threat upon our lives stop. I will not surrender to this deep sadness, but it is hard to stay lifted. Right now, I need more connection to my family and friends, more conversations to sustain me and feed me for the next day. Oh, Creator, shape me and bring me to an enlightened state where I can grow and rise up tall and proud, tall and confident, so I can hold others with me above ground as it should be. Some infinite strength be found. It will feed us all. And I wrote that reflection on December 1st, so definitely in the spirit of the love letters of 2020. But I had asked my students to reflect, like, it was right after I hate saying Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving. It was after that, and I was like, so how was your holiday? And I wouldn't say Thanksgiving. So I was like, oh yeah, tell me how your holiday was, and how do you feel that the year's coming to an end? Because I was tripping out. Here I am with all these teenagers, and it's December. That means the school's over for this year. This year's moving on, but then you're going into holiday giving. Like, how do you feel right now? It's so confusing. So, hopefully that was I have read what they wrote, and it was a way out, and I'm glad that they wrote something honest, but yeah, an offering there to you. And let's see who's next. Sorry, I'm all lost in my thought. I don't know. We could take a minute and just breathe for a second. Let's just do that, and then we'll continue. There we go. All right. So yeah, much love to everyone. So let's see. So who was next on our list? I think it was Michelle. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, and I have something I'm going to read too on behalf of Angel. So yeah, let's hear from Michelle. And Phil, did you want to share as well? And then also, Imogen, if you have that other poem ready, we can also go to you after Michelle too. Okay, so let's. All right, right on. Okay, perfect. So, all right, I'll bring up Michelle Smith. And Michelle's I've seen her writing. She's sending us the poems, and we're going to be publishing. And we're publishing. That's another thing. If you send us anything you wrote during the December Poetry Challenge, we're publishing it on our blog. So everything that's coming through will be populated there, and all starting with the prompts. You can see like a moving, living scroll of everybody's. And everybody's poems. Okay, Michelle, you're up. Let's hear from you. We can't hear you, Michelle. I don't what happened there. We hadn't heard anything.
Okay, how about that?
There you go. You're there. All right.
Okay. Now, we're gonna read in order. Like we're gonna read 3 per person, or we're gonna be like a round robin. Read 1, and then we go around and around. Okay. All right. Well, this one is called White. It's one of the prompts that you had, and it's a haiku, short. It's called White. Dandelion seeds dance from the gleam of the wind, or breath blows floral stars. White. And my next one is cold. Cold is how a person may speak to me. Cold is an ice cube in the small of your back on a hot summer's day. Cold is a dip in the ocean and the beach is your throne. Cold is when you may feel alone. Cold is the sweet and creamy pecan praline ice cream on the tip of your tongue. Cold is a shiver of goosebumps from the hair standing on your neck or felt in your arms. Cold is when you catch with sniffles and all. Cold is when you feel abandoned and alone. Cold is in between hot and in the middle is warm, cold. My final one is, let me find this one. Let's see. It's called Nana's Heart. And I'm going to try to attempt to find this. Just a moment. Okay. This is called Nana's Heart. Inside, soft red velvet. Shiny sterling silver, sparkly and cool to the touch. A jewelry box reminds me of Nana's heart. No music, no jewelry, or an empty find. Memories open of childhood, past and love. For our matriarch, beautiful teacher, disciplinarian, and kind. Stored up like heaven's treasure. As a little girl, our days spent together were collected in a jar as the fireflies. And our nights glowed like moonbeams. Imaginary sand flows freely from my hands. Memories of back then are gone in a flash. Memories of those moments are gone in a flash. When the world grows cold, those crown jewel moments will have me captured forever in time. Nana's Heart.
Dang, that was beautiful, Michelle.
Thank you.
Oh wow, you preserved her a bit in there. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Good job. Did you want to share one more piece, or that was beautiful?
Oh, that was okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this by memory. I hope I. No, I won't say I hope. Let me see. I'm gonna do like the other guy did. Hope I don't mess up. I have confidence. It's called profanity. Okay. Are your words? Are your words sharp as a razor? Oh my God! You know what? Let me get that one. I'm gonna find it because you know what? I'm gonna spy here live, so I better not do that to myself. Oh, I'll find it in a minute. Next, I'll find it.
All right, no problem. Thank you, Michelle. You've been writing, you've been feeling the muse. I love it. She's really been just pumping out these poems. So let's just hear and give applause again to Michelle Smith. Yes. All right. So let's see who is next. How about Phil? Did you want to share something tonight?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna do a haiku, then I'll do a poem. Future commercial speaks of class action lawsuit. Did you take vaccine? Have you heard the news today? Another Black man was gunned down. Witness says his hands were in the air, surrendering, cooperating. Hands down, hands up, down on knee. Cop says stop resisting. Sounds of a gunshot. Have you heard the news today? Where a white suspect was characterized as brilliant, athletic, a devoted Mormon whose demons caused him to kill his loved ones. Compare that with the various Black bodies, the perception through systemic racism. Montgomery's latest victim had a history of narcotic abuse. The young man was previously suspended from school. This and that victim had run-ins with the law. Unsympathetic character assassination. Have you heard the news today? Where another brother was zip-locked body bagged, conflicting the officer oath. I solemnly swear to never betray badge, integrity, character, or the public trust. Yet throughout history, the Black community has had issues with the law enforcement enforcing it wrongly. Also in breaking news, peaceful protest was met with military gear, pistols drawing their own conclusions, bringing tension in the air. Freddie Gray, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, names that were never meant to be used as metaphors or put in the headlines of newspapers. Have you heard the news today? The sad yet true story is the same as yesterday. Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you heard the news today?
Dang, that was righteous, and just like I was saying, it's a truth bomb, big time, over and over and over again. This truth. Dang.
True that.
Thank you, Midnight.
Thank you back.
That was powerful. That's super powerful.
Some point.
Yeah. Did you want to share one more, or is that? I mean, that was awesome. That was incredible. All right, yeah, that was so strong. And then I was thinking about it yesterday too, because they executed someone with the death penalty, and it's just like that bastard 45, that Trump idiot, just killed another Black man in front of everybody again, and like that's what we've been coming together and fighting again, for that not to happen. And then this jerk decides, oh, let's I'm on my way out, but I'm gonna, like, capital punishment sounds good to me. Like, that guy is such an evil bastard, you know, like, what more damage he can do. And yeah, so that was powerful. And shit, you know, it's so relevant. Thank you for sharing that poem. Alrighty, so let's see. I have a poem from Angel that I want to share. So let's see here. So I think I believe he was inspired by the different prompts from the challenge, the poetry challenge. So, so this one is the one from earlier, actually from our activity that we had with the titles of the books, food titles for books. So he had Fruits of the Spirit. Or wait, hold on, let me just double. I got a new chat. I just want to make sure. Okay, cool. I was like, there's nothing different, right? Okay. Fruits of the Spirit. I like to eat apples and bananas. There are some of the fruits I love to eat. These are some of the fruits I love to eat. During the summer, I love to eat oranges. They are sweet yet sour. It reminds me of the orange sunsets on those long summer nights. The sun bright orange, but it did not burn or sting. It remained sweet. And before the sun says good night, the sun-kissed sky bled and died. And now all that's left is a dark, empty sky. Yeah, and I feel like singing, I want to eat apples and bananas. So that was Angel Gomez. And then he has another poem that was inspired by Velvety. I'm going to share with you. The velvet blood leaked out of the poor soul only to disappear into the ground and never to be seen again. You make my blood boil. You asked, why so much hatred and resentment? I was dumbfounded because you haven't found the reason why. Are you dumb? I asked myself. But you're not, because I was the one who was fooled by you. I was the dumb one. I found myself lost and confused. Some days feel real, others seem like a dream. I'm on autopilot and it feels like a trance. As soon as the feeling disappears, I have more self-control and my thoughts aren't so hazy. I get a grip on life and then she let go. Life's a bitch. The sense of security she once brought me begins to fade away. And now you feel alone, lost and confused. And you think to yourself, will I ever find myself? That was Angel from Angel Gomez. Real. He's being real, letting it out. Good. I love the dialogue. And it's okay. I ask myself stuff all the time and answer it right back at me. I'm sure we all do. It's a form of meditation. It's okay to say it out loud, write it down, confront it, work through it. You know, we're all evolving into our better selves, and we always can ante up, right? And be even better and better and better. Even when we feel like we're damn good where we're at, we can even get better than that. So we all have that ability. So we're always evolving. But yeah, I love your honesty, Angel. And you know, it's truth. I could feel it. I've been there too. So thank you for sharing through way of my vocab. But those were your words, brother. So big love to you. And I'm glad we're you know, I'm happy. We're happy to be here for you. And you know, and you all are here for me. This is my normal, man. Like, this is my social hour. I dressed up for you, people, because I was telling James, I have this velvet dress I bought. Like, I've had it for a month and I haven't worn it because I'm like, I'm gonna wear it on velvet night. I'll wear it after this, but you know what I mean. So this is my party. This is our party. This is Los Angeles Poet Society. This is literacy. This is creative community, poetry, art, all that good stuff, all together, having an explosion. And we're archiving that explosion so more people can see it and feel it. Our words exist beyond us. You know, once we let them go, they keep flowing. So yeah, our words have power. Thanks. Oh, you're so sweet. I think you look beautiful too. I was saying the velvet. We're having fun with our velvet. If you're wearing velvet, you know it feels good. You can touch it. You can touch it. I was telling Juan, hey, I have a velvet scrunchie. Not that he'd wear it, but he could at least feel it. You could have it in the camera. All right. So I think everyone had a chance to go. Imogen, did you want to share one more? I know you were looking for another piece, but I don't know if I had put you on the spot or if you were ready with, or you know.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Right,
I
right on.
actually found 2 pieces.
Perfect.
One that has some links with some of the other prompts for December, like the ones that hasn't come up yet, and also some of the ones that came up already, like endings and let me see what else. One second. Endings. That's the one on the 28th, and there's some code. There is some aspect of code and evolving, gray area, kind of some of these things, break up also. So so I have 2 shorter poems than the last one. I'm gonna read them. So the first one is called Soft Lights. You made a choice that renders all the other choices impossible. The undulations of probability waves fall flat in the aftermath of your decision. Meals and laughters to be shared, now only viable in the imagination. Words whispered while we're locked in a dreamy embrace will never reach their intended as fantasies fall far from reality. Tender and impassioned feelings that might have been dissipate like a fog under the harshness of an unforgiving sun, whose astringent light burns off all the illusions of the infinite worlds that could have been. While I am ultimately grateful, sometimes I want to live as a vampire in the night, where sharp lines are softened by dimly lit street lamps, and magic is the only logic that explains the cruel intentions of loved ones. Thank you. And my last one is called The Feast, and it's much happier. So, these eyes love candy from the sensuous, the feast. These eyes love candy from the sinuous to the sensuous, from the blinding white to the midnight black, from the symmetrical to the slightly off-centered. But the mind wants a balanced diet, multiple courses before the dessert, from the healthy greens of innovation to the diverse grains of ideation. Bring me the harvest of your philanthropic cultivations. Give me your cornucopia of a hunter's gathering in meaty conversations. Show me the fruits of your philosophical labor before you tempt me with your confections. I need a lasting feast to sustain us through the days and nights that shroud your beauty from my ravenous sights.
Oh my gosh, I love the words that you choose. Oh my God.
Thank
I
you.
had put in there confections. The confections, it just sounds so much like, you know, intentions or suggestions, you know, that where you can like mix it up for that sexy effect that you had there. I love that.
Thank you.
But
Thank
also
you.
you had ravenous too. Ah, good words, good words. A lot of great food imagery too. Totally, the whole way through. And I was going to tell you that other poem, like anytime you can put in the vampire in the poem, I'm happy. That was cool. That always sticks out for me. That was great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Here, I borrow something from October.
That's great. Yeah. Oh, Sandy quoted you too. Ravenous Sights. Good stuff. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm glad we get to see you more often.
Yeah,
And
I'm so glad.
I'm Jessica. I guess I always say I'm always LA Poet Society on here, but my name's Jessica.
Hi, Jessica, Imogen. Sorry,
Hi,
I
Imogen.
heard your name last time when you were doing the 11-year celebration, but I'm really bad with names, so
It's all good. It's all good. No, thank you for being here, and thank you for being a part of the LA Poet Society and sharing and you know and being here tonight. So big love, and thank you for everything you do to support other artists as well with your podcast. We have a couple podcasters in the room tonight. Scotty as well. Maybe y'all want to plug your podcast.
cool.
If you want to plug yours, then I can tell, and Scotty can plug his.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Thank you. So, Poets and Muses is a weekly poetry podcast where I chat with poets about their inspirations behind a poem, really just to bring out the person from behind the poem, behind the poetry, to showcase the person, who they are, and what of their experiences led to a particular poem. And so it's a conversation between two poets.
I love it. That's exciting. And what was the schedule on it, or how often, or do they just go to the site and?
Every Sunday I release a new episode.
Oh, great.
This year I've actually instituted some rewinds in certain months because I'm desperate for a vacation. So I'm kind of taking vacation by doing some rewinds. And so I did 4 rewinds during October, but now the new episodes are coming out every Sunday. You could go to poetsandmuses.com, or if you want to sign up for the newsletter, you can tell me, or you can go sign up for it at poetsandmuses.com.
That is so cool. Yeah, I'm so happy you're here.
Yeah, me too. Thank you for what you do. I'm really glad Tezo actually told me about this. So.
Oh, cool.
Tezo Zomak. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah. He's a great poet, activist, artivist.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I'm so happy. Yay, you found us. And we have lots of poets, and I'm sure everyone would love the chance to talk to you. So hooray. They'll be checking out your site, and we can help share info about your site and link to you from our website.
Thank you. And thank you for putting up the link. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Cool. All right. And then let me bring in James. I'm sorry, James. And we'll bring up James, and he has some poems, and then Scotty, if you want to plug your podcast, you can. I'll have you talk, or I'll bring you in after James. Okay. Sorry, James. You're up next. Let's hear for James.
Hey, do you mind not recording this, because I want to try and submit them.
Okay, I paused it.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so this one was for the velvety one written yesterday. It's titled Le Petit Morte. There's some